very familiar to anyone with an understanding of JavaScript, C, C++, C#, Objective-C, Java, Perl, or any other C-derived language. But if these languages are unfamiliar to you, or if you're new to programming in general, there's no need to worry about it. A PHP script consists of a series of commands, or statements. Each statement is an instruction that must be followed by the web server before it can proceed to the next instruction. PHP statements, like those in the aforementioned languages, are always terminated by a semicolon, winky face. This is a typical PHP statement, echo this is a strong test/strong. This is an echo statement, which is used to generate content, usually HTML code, to send to the browser. An echo statement simply takes the text it's given and inserts it into the page's HTML code at the position of the PHP script where it was contained. In this case, we've supplied a string of text to be output. This is a strong test/strong. Notice that the string of text contains HTML tags, strong and /strong, which is perfectly acceptable. So, if we take this statement and put it into a complete web page, here's the resulting code: 18 PHP and MySQL, Novice to Ninja, 6th edition. Two PHP echo, doc type HTML lang equals n head meta char set equals UTF-8 title test page /title /head body p, PHP echo this is a strong test/strong, /p /body /HTML. If you place this file on your web server and then request it using a web browser, your browser will receive this HTML code. Doc type HTML lang equals n head meta char set equals UTF-8 title test page /title /head body p. This is a strong test/strong, /p /body /HTML. The random.php example we looked at earlier contained a slightly more complex echo statement, echo rand, 1, 10. You'll notice that, in the first example, PHP is given some text to print directly, and in the second, PHP is given an instruction to follow. PHP tries to read introducing PHP 19. Anything that exists outside quotes as an instruction it must follow. Anything inside quotes is treated as a string, which means PHP doesn't process it at all but just passes it to the command you called. So the following code will pass the string this is a strong test/strong. Directly to the echo command, echo this is a strong test/strong, a string is signified using a start quote and an end quote. PHP will see the first as the start of the string and find the next and use that as the end of the string. In contrast, the following code will first run the built-in function rand to generate a random number and then pass the result to the echo command, echo rand, 1, 10. You can think of built-in functions as tasks that PHP knows how to do without you needing to spell out the details. PHP has many built-in functions that let you do everything, from sending email to working with information stored in various types of databases. PHP won't try to run anything that's inside a string. The following code won't have the result you may be expecting, echo rand, 1, 10, instead of running the inbuilt function rand. PHP will see it as a string, and rather than printing out a random number, it will actually send the text rand, 1, 10, to the browser, which probably isn't what you wanted to do. It's important to understand the difference between a string and code. PHP will see any text outside quotes as a series of commands it should follow. Anything inside quotes is a string and is data that PHP will work with. PHP doesn't try to understand strings. They can contain any characters in any order. But code, which is essentially a series of instructions, must follow a rigid 20 PHP and MySQL, Novice to Ninja, 6th edition. Structure for a computer to understand it. When you invoke a function in PHP, that is, ask it to do its job, you're said to be calling that function. Most functions return a value when they're called. PHP then behaves as if you'd actually just typed that returned value in your code instead. In the echo rand 1:10 example, our echo statement contains a call to the rand function, which returns a random number as a string of text. The echo statement then outputs the value returned by the function call. Every function in PHP can have one or more arguments that allow you to make syntax highlighting. Using an editor with syntax highlighting makes it easy to quickly see if something is a string or code. Strings will be shown in a different color from code that needs to be processed. Quotes: PHP supports both single quotes and double quotes to encase strings. For most purposes, they're interchangeable. PHP developers tend to favor single quotes, because we deal with HTML code a lot, which tends to contain a lot of double quotes. For example, echo a href equals http://www.sidepoint.com, click here /a. If double quotes were used here, we'd need to tell PHP that the quote after href equals is not the end of the string by placing a / before it, known as an escape character, and do the same with any quotes we actually want to send to the browser as part of the HTML. Echo a href equals / http://www.sidepoint.com / click here /a. For this reason, PHP developers use single quotes, although there are some differences between the two. Quotes. For our purposes, they are effectively interchangeable. Introducing PHP 21. The function behave in a slightly different way. The rand function takes two arguments, the minimum random number and the maximum. By changing the values that are passed to the function, you're able to change the way it works. For example, if you wanted a random number between 1 and 50, you could use the code, echo rand 1:50. You may wonder why we need to surround the arguments with parentheses, 1:50. The parentheses serve two purposes. First, they indicate that rand is a function that you want to call. Second, they mark the beginning and end of a list of arguments, PHP statements that you wish to provide in order to tell the function what you want it to do. In the case of the rand function, you need to provide a minimum and a maximum value. Those values are separated by a comma. Later on, we'll look at functions that take different kinds of arguments. We'll also consider functions that take no arguments at all. These functions will still need the parentheses, even though there will be nothing to type between them.